Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. I've got a lovely, well, it said it was a mini album. I'm going to be doing an album swap with my friend, the lovely Cinders Paper Crafts. And hopefully Steph will be involved as well. They're the lovely Effie Ann cards. And one of Cindy's friends as well. So I thought I'd get some practice in. And I'm not an album maker by any means. And I'm not going to show you a tutorial because I'm just going to put a link in the description bar below to the lady I watched. Her name's Frances Stone, I think. And she is a delightful person to watch. She's full of energy, she's bubbly, she's got a lovely giggle, and I've really enjoyed watching her. And it took me about 22 hours to make this album over a course of 3 days. I haven't done any crafting besides that. But I've got other projects that are still online that you're seeing every night, but I've got to start to catch up again because they're running low. But I needed to show you this album. It is amazing. And I think for my first time doing a big project like this, I think I've done it some justice. And I hope, Frances, when you come over to have a look, my darling, I hope I've done you proud as well, because you are a fantastic tutorialist. Honestly, an amazing lady. Go over, subscribe. Her name is... Your Book of Memories it's called, channel's called, and fabulous. And like I say, if I hadn't watched Frances do this from start to finish and able to pause, catch up, carry on, it took a lot of cardstock as well. Well, I'll show you anyway, and as we're going along I'll talk you through it, but I never thought I would ever be able to pull something off like this. It is absolutely gorgeous, and Lola's going to take it back to Crewe with her and fill it with as many happy memories as she can. And then each time she comes to visit, she's going to fetch it down with her and show me what she's done. And fingers crossed I can take a few photos of what she's put in there and show you all. But the album title is 8x10 mini album. This is not mini by any way, shape or form. This is how big it is. This is how big it is, and I can't zoom out anymore, my camera's too low. And this is the spine. Oops, one of my tassels is under there. Shouldn't be under there. So this is the spine of the book, and I've put this beautiful tassel on for Lola because I said I would. I hope you can get it all in actually. This is the top and this is the bottom where my fingers are now, so I can't, and without lifting the camera up another 20 feet in the air, I can't wait to go upstairs. But I had these papers from the range. The whole book was like £2.99, but I think in total I spent about £60. I know, 2 lots of cards, there's cardstock, 2 lots of black paper cardstock, white cardstock, the embellishments, the trims. This was gifted to me by the gorgeous Anne, who loves her pom-poms, and Lola did too, so I thought I'd use that. Thank you, Anne, for that. This is the Santoro ribbon, but I mean with everything I used, I've literally, can you see on that roll there, there's that much left. This is the third one. I used 3 on this book alone, and they were full. And I mean, and the first one I used, I'd like double the amount on, so it's like 4 of them I've used. And they're like £3 each, so there's £12, £16 in black cardstock, £3.99 on the pad, some embellishments and stuff that I bought along the way. What else? The glue, and not just that, I've gone through 3 of them as well, tearing tapes at £4 a pop, so there's another £12. Very expensive, and if you count the man hours as well, 20 hours, even if I charge £5 an hour, there's £100. But you know, if you were working as a regular job and you were doing this for a job, then handmade products are so expensive. Right, Gaynor, shut up, get on with it. Right, this is the inside of the first, it's the inside of the album cover. So you've got this gorgeous, gorgeous pocket letter. And I've put some of these are off the gorgeous Marie from Australia. You remember her doing a card swap with me. Thank you, Marie. These have come in handy for this journal as well as other things. And you've got 2 pockets. You've got this bottom pocket. You can fill that with more pocket of these if you want. You've got space in the back for maybe 3 of them, and you could fill them with all photograph. I said to Lola, she goes to the pictures, you know, put your cinema tickets in there or something, and add some photos here. You could get about 60 photos in this album. It's just gorgeous. I mean, I'm going to add more journal lines and stuff like Frances did. She's just a charm to watch. And I had this paper in the book, and I thought that would be great for journaling on, or for even adding a photo. So she can have 2 photos there, 2 there, this beautiful flap here, then as space for photos. You could get 2 large photos on there and 2 on the back, but you've got landscape and portrait. I've popped her a little pencil in so she can do some journaling as well. I'm going to decorate that up. And then this, look at this, I'm going to have to stand this, but this is the page. It just flicks between the 2, keeps it in place, space for 2 more photos there, 2 there. A little smudge on there. Let me get my rubber. Don't know what that is. Oh well, I'll probably get that off later. But yeah, and you could add 2 or 3 of these if you wanted to and pop them in here. It just stops it from falling out. Isn't that cute? But then you can also add photos in here. You've got tuck spots there for other things. Like I'm saying, cinema tickets or bowling. If you've been 10-pin bowling, take a few pictures of that. Put your bowling tickets in there. So I'm going to have to lay it back down again now so we can come back to this page. And this is still, all this is part of the inside cover. This is page 1. This is, I'm going to take the pencil out a minute because it's a bit bulky. This is page 2, and it's got 4 photo mats there with a strip of the designer series paper. It's got this flap here as well. Look at this, I've got no desk space. So you could add photos on here. Sorry about the glare, but that is just gorgeous. Back on this one now, I've done a little envelope here with a tuck spot and some journaling cards for Lola to write on. She can put pictures on the back even, and then she can pop them in there. She's got 2 of these, 1 further on, and she just tucks that behind the L because I've only stuck the love down to keep it closed. You might all spot a few little bits that you've sent to me in pocket letters as well. I've just tried to add as much as I can. So now we're on to page 3, and it's humongous. I've popped a little peg on. It reminds me of retro London. This paper does. It's just beautiful. Look, little lipsticks. And then you've got, this is magnet closed. And I did not use £80 cardstock. I just used what I had. And this beautiful, she can have photos there. Look at these beautiful butterflies off the gorgeous Gloria. But that can be a tuck spot as well. Let me just take my 2 gorgeous tags. But they can be tuck spots as well, you know, if you want. But you've got tuck space inside there. You could add more tags if you wanted to. I'm just going by what I've made and followed Frances' instruction. So you close that and you close that. I just put that little peg on there to stop it from, I know it's not going to flop open because there's a magnet there, but I just wanted it to, she could have it for anywhere then. Then you've got a tuck spot in the back here. She can add photos on the back, and I've added some rub-ons that the lovely Lorraine sent me. This would get, and this goes all the way in, and I've put a little tag. I just cut, you know this punch? I just cut one of those out and folded it in half and just glued it on. And I've been doing this solid now for, like I say, 3 days. I mean, poor Frances must have been on skip, rewind, and back to the start. I've done it loads. So that was page 3. Now you flip it over to, this is part of page 4. This again on a magnet. And another one of those lovely little envelopes. So Lola can write some journaling cards on there. Just wanted to add something different. And she could pop a small photo on the back even. Tuck away some more cinema tickets, swimming tickets, you know, when you go to the baths. Just anything, just where she's had some fun. And then this, I'll have to stretch the book again. This opens right out. So there's a mat there then for more photographs, or you could have another journaling card. I did these beautiful tags all in different levels. This one's 9 1/4. I'm not sure these sizes, but they're not far off. I think 8 1/4, 8 and 7 3/4, I think. I did a tuck spot. I only glued the bottom and inside in. So these beautiful tags can be used. Look at them. You can write on the back of those. You can use them just as tuck journaling spots as well. And I just think it's absolutely outstanding. So that's that page. We need to come back here now. Oops, I'm knocking my little pot over. And this has got another tuck spot here of 4 photo mats. More of those beautiful butterflies. You could add photos in there, and this is another tuck part. And these go all the way down to the bottom corners. Look, right in to that bottom corner. Perfect. Perfect. And this is the flap that holds this together. So that is page 2, 3. That's page 4. It's huge. Then we've got a double tuck spot here and another peg. She can take these off and use them. I got my smiley faces going on here. Lola has got space there for more photographs. She's got a tuck spot right in there, and also you can add stuff right in there, and it should go all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, love it. So that's that. That's page 4. Oh my gosh, it is absolutely stunning, and I can't believe I've made this. I'm so proud of myself. So now we've got another one of these beautiful tuck spots for more photos, and I've just put love you in the corner. And I look at this, I had this already cut out, and look at this beautiful paper. It's absolutely stunning. And I put a foam adhesive back in, you know, fun foam, and put love you more than the stars, because I do love my little girl more than the stars. And then that can go in there. She can also make some more of these. It's entirely up to her. But this just slides back and forth. Whoops. You know, so it doesn't fall out. And then that's page 5. Whoops. And then we've also got this side. I've got to show you this side. Absolutely gorgeous. So more photo mats here. And on this side too. This page is just coming down. And there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 spaces there for another 10 beautiful photographs. And these are held on with magnets as well. I can't believe I've made this. It's just so gorgeous. And these close perfectly. This will push. You could add some ribbon on those to pull those out as well if you wanted to. But I've used all those papers. So that is page 5. Oops. And then page 6 is another one of these beautiful, oh, it's just, and this again is held on with magnets. I've got some Saranto Girl stickers, more of that beautiful butterfly. And this page again, more tuck spots, more photos can go on here and on here. You could even add a photograph here and maybe a journaling card there. Then over on this side, I've just added another tuck spot. Lola could actually put a photograph on there and maybe 2 along there and some journaling papers. I just popped these in for her to add more decoration if she wanted to add some decoration. That actually could go across there and use that as another tuck spot. And this whole sheet, and I've put memories on the top. and Sunny Days is sticking out the side. So that is part of page 5 and 6. 5 and 6, and it's really chunky, that page. It's like half an inch thick. And then this last page, I'm sorry I'm out of view. Oops, what's happened there? Oh, I'll straighten that out. Then you've got a little waterfall area. I don't know if you can see the top, the waterfall cards. This is the top of the cards. And I will show you again the bottom. This is just on the back. More journaling space. And that these are the bottom ones. She can put a picture. She could have got 2 pictures on there, but I thought get a picture and some journaling space on there. Held together with this, and it's magnetised, this is. And Frances shows you step by step how to cut the paper out, where to cut it out to get the maximum out of your paper. And she used 12 by 12. I don't have 12 by 12. But she shows you where to attach them, how to attach them, when to put your magnets in, when to do the matting. It's just, her tutorials for this was like 5.5 hours. I mean, nearly 6 hours. But it was worth watching everything, start to finish, going along and doing it with her. She's an amazing tutorialist, I tell you. You need to go and see her if you want your albums. And then again, I just added some beautiful love hearts. And you've got space for 2 more photos here, and maybe 4 even if you've got four small ones, because Lola's got a Polaroid camera as well. And look at this, it's all about doggies and grooming and feeding them, and I just thought it was the cutest. Look at that little chicken flying through the air. There's even poop. There's even poop, look. Can you see that? How sweet is that? And that is page 8. And I absolutely love it, this journal. It's amazing. And there's the back. More of those beautiful pom-poms. And Lola chose and I use, believe it or not, this is, you know, the back of, you know when you buy these paper packs, I just use, not this one, but the back of it, it seems to be slightly thicker. But that's all I used as my cardboard. For my chipboard was the cheap, and I mean cheap, it comes off the back of these. This is the front cover. I use these for tags, but I use the back piece then that comes on the back of the pad as my cardboard. In fact, I'll show you now if I can. That's if I've not removed it. Yeah, these pieces at the back here, they're not even that much thicker, but they are, if you know what I mean. So I use this as the album front for the front pages and the spine, and then use the cardstock to go over. But that's what I do with my paper packs. I save the backs and the fronts for tags, and the backs then to make little mini albums and stuff like that, or thicker tags. But that is all that is, and it's sturdy as hell. So that is my first proper album. And I mean, I showed the Winnie the Pooh one, which was done by the gorgeous Steph, which is our Effie Ann Cards. Love her to bits. But I have just gone over on, well, I went over the day I started making this book and subscribed to Frances's channel. So I only wanted to watch it to get some practice, but when I saw the album she'd made, I fell in love with it. Hers is all to do with the autumn collection, but I just adored it so much. I grabbed my stuff and just started making it with her. And yeah, I fell in love. I just wanted Lola to have something to take back with her to Crewe, so she can fill it with all happy memories and come back and show me and Bamp then. But I hope you like it, and I hope you are watching, Frances, and I hope I've done you justice, my darling, because you have turned me into an album maker, which I've never done before. I've made, I think this is the 4th album I've ever made in the past 2.5 years, so I'm not doing bad, one every 6 months. But I hope you like it. I'm sorry I can't get it all into view, but there's the top, there's the bottom, and this is a mini album. I'd hate to see a normal album. this is fabulous. And like I say, once again, go and see her over on her channel. It's Your Memory. Oh, I can't think what it's called. I did say it at the beginning. Your Book of Memories. There we go. Sorry, Francis, I didn't mean that. But go over, please. Your Book of Memories. If you're into albums, I know you are, Steph. I knew Cindy. She's an amazing crafter. She tells you what supplies you need at the beginning. She tells you what kind of cardstock, how many pieces you'll probably need. In her list below, she will list everything you need and all the sizes as well in her tutorials. She doesn't charge for any of her tutorials, which is absolutely wonderful, because I know some people out there do charge for private tutorials. So there's my a pencil for Lola. Yes, so do you think you like it? I absolutely love it, and yeah, love it. There's her tassel. So thanks for watching. I would love to make a tutorial for you on this, but I don't have a spare battery, and I haven't got another 20 hours of recording. And Francis does speed things up a little bit, but only in the areas that she's already talked to you about. I mean, I don't even know how to fast forward. I'd literally have to put 10 videos probably on there, 2 hours a piece. And I think my camera only records for 2 hours max, though. And I don't think you want to see one mini album in 10 parts, because no. So I'll guide you over to this lovely lady's channel. I'll put a link to the description, and it's autoplay. So when the first video finishes, it jumps onto the second one. She's got it in 2 parts. So don't go trying to look for the second part. It will automatically come on straight after. So thanks for watching. I love you all. Till next time. Bye.